Coming to you from that once-forgotten artery that pulses through the center of the continental United States and into the heart of the Ozarks, Grace Matthews. Looking in from the northern border, our Canadian friend, along with his countrymen feeling the effects of U.S. political issues, Connor Murphy.
Welcome to Dueling Dialogues, Episode 204. I'm Connor Murphy here with Grace Matthews in Springfield, Missouri. Hi, Grace. How you doing?
It's still winter.
I know. Actually, it's been here lately.
Oh, it's gloomy, and I just can't get fired up in February, even knowing that Valentine's Day is 2 days away.
Yeah, big deal.
Yeah. Well, we're going to a dance at Castle, so that's
all right. Good.
Put on your red dress and dance the night away.
Yeah, I've been Valentine's free the last decade, so just another day for me.
Yeah. Well, the chocolate, I know you like chocolate.
Yes. February 15th is the National Cheap Chocolate Day. I always take advantage of that.
Absolutely. Well, it's never as much fun with politics when you have an incumbent and the primaries start.
Yeah.
It's a little deflating when there's only one party truly doing primaries.
Right.
Trump's got a couple of people going up against him, but it's not really serious, and he's sweeping at 90-some% everywhere he goes.
Right.
Even the people that don't particularly personally like him are so enamored with the economy. They're like, oh, what the hell?
Yeah.
So he tweets weird stuff. So he says weird stuff. We don't care.
Yeah.
We'll take that to the bank.
You're right. And I think that's the key, is that all that crazy stuff that comes from the president doesn't really matter.
No, at the end of the day, your bank account matters much more than what the president says or does.
Right.
Personally. But the Democrats, it has them acting a little crazy. So it's interesting, but it's all mixed up. First of all, we have to point out that the Democratic Party is really not supposed to be the Socialist Party. Now, that causes a problem because Bernie Sanders is under the umbrella of the DNC, the Democratic National Committee. However, he is truly a socialist and a kind of an old Soviet Russialist.
Yeah.
Socialist. So that drives the left traditional Democrats, even some progressive Democrats, crazy.
Yeah, it's splitting the vote for sure.
Yeah, and you got to remember last time they treated Bernie very badly.
Yeah, and I don't think it's going to change this time either.
It's not. And so far, Hillary's not in the race, so we can't blame her yet.
Yeah.
But the fact of the matter is, they don't want Bernie.
Yeah, that's pretty evident.
Well, so what they're doing, before I get on to some of the primary, is there's rules so that Mike can move in. Ouch. Michael Bloomberg is everything Bernie Sanders is against.
Yeah.
He's a billionaire. Wow. They buy his way nearly to the top, even though he won't beat billionaire, Donald Trump.
Right.
Okay. However, I don't know. If I was a Democrat, I'd have mixed emotions about this. On one hand, on the other hand, I could see the other side of the coin, which is, should Bernie Sanders and the socialists?
Oh, absolutely.
I sort of love that idea because Republicans will win hands down. They'll be taking votes away from each other.
Yeah.
That's clearly why they don't do it.
Yeah, you're 100% correct there, yeah.
Okay, so the primaries are going. We know that Buttigieg sort of won Iowa. I say sort of because that was such a mess, and he won, but like less than 2%.
The Clintons picked him for Iowa.
Exactly. And he's Jack Clinton's would pick because Hillary contests the convention. Buttigieg would be a great VP. So I don't think you're completely wrong there. Okay, so New Hampshire, they kind of switched there. Buttigieg is second, just barely behind Sanders. So Sanders wins. It's not really a great win. I mean, the air's kind of been let out of it because Bernie gets 75,000 less votes than he did last time.
Oh.
When he was running primarying against Hillary Clinton.
Right, when he should have won against Hillary.
The fact is, Buttigieg and Sanders are competing for the top right now.
Well,
the real surprise is Amy in third.
Oh. Huh.
After being so low, everybody discounted her.
Wow.
But she had a great appearance in the debate last Friday night. She is kind of that middle-of-the-road person. She was interviewed last week, and the interviewer said, what do you think of a socialist being, the party pick? And she said, I don't really like it.
Huh.
That was one of the smartest things she could have ever said. I could have told that to somebody way before New Hampshire. Thing about it is she did it.
Huh.
All the rest have been afraid to say it. Okay, so you might ask, where the hell is Biden? He's on top, right? He's going to win this thing. Number 5, him and Elizabeth Warren are 4 and 5. Leaves New Hampshire because he gets the damn toilet. He goes to South Carolina where he can drum up some black vote because for some reason he thinks he's the black president. I mean, it is so nuts. But really what we know is impeachment didn't hurt anyone more than it hurt Biden because him and his son are corrupt. They look corrupt. There's evidence out there. Everybody knows they should have been called to the carpet instead of Donald Trump, and they weren't. And so you know what people are saying? You're not going to be our president, you old asshole.
Yeah, he's done. Actually, we've said that all along, that there's no way. We have
said he would never, ever be the candidate. That's why another reason why the Ukrainian thing was so crazy, because how could Trump have ever believed Biden was going to be his opponent?
Yeah.
And if Biden wasn't going to be his opponent, there was nothing wrong with it, according to anybody, even Nancy Pelosi.
Exactly.
And one of my big things early on, you're right, was he's never going to be the party pick to run up against Trump.
No, creepy Uncle Joe, there was no way people were going to vote him in. No way.
No way in hell. Then he said something really rude to a woman that asked him a question. I mean, it was like some line from a movie, and it was pretty much one of those racist, sexist, stupid-ass Papa Joe, Uncle Joe, gas hell. And, it just, he called her a liar.
Whoa. Okay.
You don't call the people a liar, even if you think they are one.
Yeah. I could see their strategy with Bloomberg. Trump's a businessman. Bloomberg, hey, maybe we'll have a better chance if we have a businessman too.
Yeah. I don't think, Bloomberg could beat Trump.
No.
And I think it defies everything that the AOCs, the Bernie Sanders, even the Elizabeth Warren type people in the party stand for. Bloomberg is a billionaire many times over.
Yeah.
He's got a lot more money than, he doesn't have to accept money from anybody.
Yeah, exactly.
He can drop $1 billion and not miss it, and damn well stay under what's actually been spent on any presidential campaign ever.
Yeah.
So I think that it's going to get crazy, but is Hillary going to come in and contest Bloomberg, or is Bloomberg I kind of think Bloomberg and Hillary will come in, contest the convention, and I'm not sure who will win out of that, but I kind of think that Hillary could come back.
Yeah, well, it would give us a lot more to talk about.
It absolutely would. She's always good for stuff. The sad for many people is that Andrew Yang pulled out.
Yeah.
Bennett also pulled out. I didn't know Bennett was still in.
Yeah, I tell you the truth, this is the first time I heard his name.
He's like from Colorado. He never did make a splash. He's very middle of the road, I believe. And a lot of people thought in the very beginning that he would make at least somewhat of a splash. He did not. Tulsi Gabbard, she did not get any delegates.
That is
However,
sad.
she says she's staying in, and I'm glad she is, because even though she's not making a splash, she's not gaining delegates, she's never going to be the party nominee, she's raising a lot of questions about the DNC, and I think that's an important role.
Yeah, absolutely. She is a smart cookie. I like her. I've seen her on Joe Rogan a few times.
I like her a lot, too.
Yeah. And Andrew Yang's been on Joe Rogan a few times, too. They're both really smart people, and I think... And if the Democrats would concentrate on smart people, they might have a better chance. But
Absolutely.
I don't know. They seem to want to promote whoever will be a puppet for them, you know?
Absolutely. That's true. Crazy, but I do think that Biden's done.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, that's
and
two
without
strikes.
Obama's support, he didn't have a chance anyway. And with the Ukrainian situation with his son.
Yeah.
Not to mention his mouth and his touching.
Yes.
You know? I mean, how many things can a guy have against him?
Yeah, and they're not small things. Those are huge things.
No, you're exactly right. Okay, hashtag firechucktodd is apparently going crazy all over the internet.
Oh?
I guess he called Bernie supporters brown shirts.
I don't even know what that means.
I don't either, but apparently it's not good.
It's not good? Okay.
Yeah, okay, yeah, it's... I seriously, surely that's being taken a little too seriously, but...
Okay, fire Chuck.
I'm no fan of Chuck Todd, so but I'm not one to call for people getting fired.
I'm not Ann of NBC.
I'm not either, so, really,
Whatever.
But I do think that this proves that the mainstream media is going to turn on Bernie because that's what the DNC wants them to do. The mainstream media, like NBC, CNN, and others, pretty much do what the Democratic National Committee want them to do.
Right.
And Bernie doesn't fit their agenda.
No.
So, but, going back to this Bloomberg thing, can Bloomberg save the day? Okay, a week ago, it looked like he was, it could work. Oh, what happens yesterday? A tape comes out about stop and frisk, which I thought was a great idea in New York.
Oh, right, I did see that.
Suspicious, and the police could stop you and frisk you. And I went to New York during that time. It was it felt like one of the safe places in the world to me.
Right.
Now, not so much, because they stop and frisk. Anyone could look suspicious. Now, did cops use it to target ethnic groups? I don't know. But this tape that Michael Bloomberg that surfaced yesterday made it sound like they did.
Oh.
Because he suggested that they put the cops where the brown and black people are, and that the brown and black people commit crimes against brown and black people.
Huh.
I don't think that's a crisis, but in this PC culture and with the idealism that the left has right now, this was apparently a horrifying thing to say.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So could that hurt Michael Bloomberg? I think another thing that hurts Michael Bloomberg is they want him, and generally speaking, he's a middle-of-the-road Democrat that's actually been an independent before, a Republican before. If you ask me, he just can't decide what he wants to be. However, he's one of those guys that likes to tax sugar. He definitely wants to take everybody's guns away.
Yeah, that ain't gonna fly.
That will not fly. And there are a lot of moderate Democrats outside of the bubble that do not believe in taking their guns away or taxing their sugary soft drinks, even though they're horrifying.
Yeah, exactly.
We talked about this, 2 weeks ago? Do not try to tax people into good behavior. Just because you can doesn't mean you should.
Absolutely.
So I'm not sure what's going to happen with that. Okay. The strange guy named Roger Stone, who, I still don't even understand what he did. He would get information for Republicans. That's basically it.
So he was a researcher.
Yeah. I mean, he's shady. For sure he's shady. But he's an old man, Anyway, he went to trial. They decided he was a bad boy. And the prosecutors from not the State Department, but the Attorney General's office, the DOJ, asked the judge to sentence him to 7 to 9 years. Are you kidding me? Now, we're letting guys walk that commit murder at times.
Right.
Roger Stone didn't murder anyone. Okay, so President Trump says something yesterday morning. Yesterday afternoon, the Attorney General's office stepped in and said, this should be a 4-year sentence, Judge. Well, 4 prosecutors left the case. 3 of them quit. Okay, the 3 that quit were Mueller attorneys.
Oh.
Okay. This is going to get more ugly, okay? According to Representative Devin Nunes, he is predicting with let's see, who did he give this interview, I guess? The Washington Examiner. He is predicting more fallout from the special counsel's Robert Mueller investigation, the Russia investigation.
Oh.
He is expecting, I guess, you got to remember that Durham is still investigating this case, or the ideal that FISA was used wrongly and they investigated Trump, for political purposes. Devin Nunes said there are going to be more heads roll and more people will have the job as they get closer and closer. He said he could not say what he knows to how corrupt this investigation was.
Oh, interesting.
Very juicy. And they said the Roger Stone and the prosecutors walking off is just step 1.
Wow. Okay, this is going to get good then.
It is. And speaking of good and crazy, again, I have to point out that we are letting out of prison murderers, rapists, and drunks in primarily sanctuary cities.
Okay.
I think some of these long sentences for some of these white-collar crimes are ridiculous. They're prejudicial. If you compare them to what we're doing in some of these criminal cases.
Yeah, absolutely.
Where people actually hurt and kill other people.
Yeah.
So, having said that, the college admission scandal, Laurie Laughlin's in even more trouble because the resume she created for Olivia Jade, her daughter, has surfaced. Olivia won in some alternate universe all these awards for rowing and sportsmanship, which never happened. But it needed to be on file, I guess, for her to get this faux rowing scholarship.
Wow.
Yeah, it's just a mess. And, before this surfaced, they were talking about how Laurie Laughlin and her husband could get 25 years apiece. Just, a month ago, some emails surfaced from Massimo that looked very bad, too. This is even worse, because at least those emails from Massimo made me think possibly Laurie hadn't done that much.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Go to bed, wake up another day, and guess what? This is even worse.
Yeah, and you know what? I don't think it's still that bad. Like 2 years, maybe tops for a prison sentence. But
25 years is crazy. I mean, yes, it was bad. Yes, it needs to be punished.
People involved in murders, some of them don't get 25 years.
You're exactly right.
That's just, it's dumb.
Well, and look, Bernie Madoff, after 8 years, 11 years, I don't know. I wasn't planning on talking about this, so I can't remember exactly what it was. He has asked to be let out of prison early, and think about how many people he hurt because he's sick.
Right.
I mean, he changed the course of people's lives. He lost their money.
Yeah.
Or, he lost it. Heck, he was never doing anything appropriate with it. I mean, it was always a scam. It was a Ponzi scam.
Right from the start. It was a ploy to steal money.
Yeah, so, and there are those that are saying that he's been doing the same thing in prison.
The ones I think that are worse than Laurie Laughlin are the people at the university.
Absolutely, and I wonder what kind of sentences they're going to get, because I don't think we have seen the administrators, the coaches, this type of people that were involved get sentenced yet.
Right.
And I agree with you. They were dropped from the get-go.
Yeah, whereas Laurie, all she really wanted to do was throw money at something. If it is, it should be the gins for the people from the university or the college. Those corrupt people. Exactly.
And people, like we've talked about 100 times, have been building buildings in hopes of getting their kids in, Ivy League and other careers. You build and your kids can get in school, even if they're done in rock.
Yeah.
That's fact. Anyway, I guess.
do.
Oh, boy, you might want to take that out. Anyway.
Not on your life. That is staying in.
You were going to say that. Okay. Scientists have gotten a signal from space.
Oh.
Wow, there might be little green men out there somewhere trying to contact us. But there's always a caveat.
Oh?
The caveat is it was probably sick 500,000 light years ago.
Oh, right. Yeah. That is true.
Considering our lifespan, it doesn't mean much.
Exactly. Yeah, 500 million years ago or whatever.
Yeah.
Good point. Good point.
What are we going to do with that information?
I don't know. Do you believe in aliens?
I do. Out there, there's got to be another planet with something like us on it.
Yeah, I absolutely agree.
Why wouldn't it be?
Have you ever seen anything strange?
I have seen strange things, but I still don't know if it could be explained through further research.
Well, I did see something once. It was like a glowing orb. It was back in July, and I was working for a media company at the time, and it was lunchtime. We were all outside enjoying the beautiful sunshine, and a big jet was going over, probably on the way to Calgary from Asia, I would be guessing. And because it was up there, it was up, you knew it was up there 50,000 feet, but it was kicking out a vapor trail, and we all started talking about chemtrails and stuff like that. So we were all looking up in that exact vicinity where this jet was going, and boom, here comes this orb that starts dipping in and out of the chemtrail.
Wow.
And we stood there motionless, and nobody said a thing for about a minute, and and we were like, what are we looking at?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was like a mirrored orb, but it almost had like a light source in it. We watched it for about 20 minutes, and then it seemed to change shape and move off to the south and move fairly slowly, and then it just seemed to disappear.
How cool is it that you were watching it with other people? I mean, that's awesome, because a lot of times people see it all by themselves, and it's like, really? I mean, so if you could have a shared experience with somebody, I think that makes it so much more meaningful.
Yeah, some of my friends won't talk about it still.
My goodness.
But there was like 30-ish people, coworkers that saw.
Oh my gosh, that's a lot. And for 20 minutes or more?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Totally silent, just kind of hung there. It did descend closer from where it was where we saw it originally in the chemtrail. Wow. But we do have a lot of sightings. That's not even the only sighting that I've seen here. I've seen some lights at night that were unexplainable.
Yeah, well, Canada does have quite a bit of activity.
And especially in this area, for whatever reason, back in the 60s, I believe, we had a huge sighting, and it was very near, very big green machine. So, I don't know, the green UFO of the 50s, 60s, I can't remember.
Interesting.
Yeah, so.
Well, what about the Westminster Dog Show? Seba, the standard poodle, wins. That's the fourth time a standard poodle has won. The golden retriever, that is beloved by all, didn't win. And there's just lots of chatter out there about why has a golden retriever never won.
Huh.
They had one this year that a lot of people felt should. The golden retriever is probably the favorite dog of Americans. I say, Westminster, let the poodle, the golden doodle in.
Right.
Give him a chance.
Yeah, I wonder what it takes to get a new breed registered.
Well, yeah, I don't know, because they've been trying to get the golden doodle in for about 10 years. And
I know probably 6 of my friends have doodles.
Yeah, but the golden retriever should also be a contender at Westminster. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not against Seba, and I love poodles, but I think it's interesting that this time people are like, did the right dog win? Well, I kind of like them because they don't shit.
They're smart. They are smart.
Yeah.
So
They are smart, for sure.
I can agree with that.
Yep, but we don't always agree, and we're all in this together. Thanks for listening. Godspeed, Connor. Godspeed, our friends out there.
Godspeed, great.